It's a fighter and the kid at the end of the year. And time for me and Big Brown to break things down and wrap them up. We're gonna talk about Anderson Silva losing his foot in the process. Losing his foot, it bent around Whiteman's knee. And Brennan and I grabbed each other like a couple girls and screamed. And I'm not kidding when I say that it's the truth. We grabbed each other like a couple of girls and screamed. Welcome to Fighter and Kid, ladies and gentlemen. That's Brian the Kid.
I like that.
That's a ballad,
intro.
dude.
That was nice.
That's a ballad, bro.
That was nice.
That's right. It's the end of the year. We're gonna wrap it up. That's actually I'm stealing my friend Matt Bernger's melody from the greatest group in the world called The National.
It was nice.
Oh.
That's a good way to kick off this show, my man.
Yeah, man. I
End of the year. We've got a bunch of stuff go on this year.
We have, and I had a good time here at Fox, and I want to thank Fox. I hate when people do that. I want to thank the huge bureaucracy that is Fox. I want to thank the nameless, faceless monolith that is Fox Sports. No, Carlton Curtis and DJ Strope are our boys.
Producer DJ on the mic over there.
They're good men.
Yay.
They're good men. DJ, don't ever speak up when we're doing that.
Please, you will be fined. You will receive your fine in the mail.
I want to thank DJ for his very big hands and that ridiculous hair of his. That he clearly just squirts an entire gel of something like toothpaste and teases it to the sky and goes, "I'm ready." So
tease it to the sky.
I'm ready,
huh?
honey. Yeah, I mean, I can see more of his scalp. I've never seen anything like it. It's just literally like, you should be careful. Don't walk headfirst into people. You would stab them with that spiky head. What do? Sit down and go, "I want the porcupine." Anyway,
come on, man.
It's
the holidays. Get off DJ.
I love DJ. Come on.
How were your holidays?
Make fun of people.
How's Christmas? What do you do?
I'm glad
what do you Hanukkah?
No, listen. The Christmas was ridiculous.
Well, you have kids, so it's way better.
Yeah, it's great. I love watching them, but the amount of plastic and cardboard and just things made in China we don't need that go beep and buzz.
Well, you have kids, man. That's what it's about. So you had wrapping paper everywhere. You had boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
What are you, the Grinch?
Come on, man.
I'm
a huge Grinch. Everything stops at Christmas.
I'm assuming your wife did all the shopping. You kind of just showed up and the gifts were wrapped.
I seriously had zero idea. Yeah. She goes, "This is from you to Stella," and I go, "Here, honey, I got you a gift." Had no idea what was in it. I'm a selfish human being.
You know you're getting older when, first of all, Christmas now is more about family, seeing your family, stuff like that. It's not so much about the gifts, but still, you know you're getting older. I got dress socks and a coffee maker. Oh, how about that?
That's actually things you could actually use. I got Advil in my stocking.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I got 2 things of Advil. I was like,
that makes me feel sick.
Yeah. And I got some weird rope bracelet for survival.
I just want to, and I told my brother this. I was telling him this the whole time at Christmas. I fly in from LA. I haven't seen any of my family. You want to see the people that matter most. I'm not trying to hang out with just random people. I told my brother the theme of next year is Christmas 2.0. We got to remix Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I go to my dad's house, who I haven't seen in forever. I haven't seen my stepmom, my brother, his girlfriend, Ianthe. That's my core group there.
Yeah.
I go to my dad's. My dad's one of, I think, 12 or 13 kids. Sorry, Dad, I forget. One of 12 or 14.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Native Americans have huge families.
So my dad has, his brother comes over, my Uncle Paul. He's dating some new girl. She brings her 6 kids that I've never met before.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, how about that? So I spent Christmas with random people.
Just random strangers.
Random people. While they sat in one room, and then me and my family sat in the other room, I just looked at my brother. I said, "Dude, we got to switch things up." Yeah. I don't know what we need to do. Maybe throw a party? What do you do? It's just so boring. Hey, family that I never talked to, how about I don't care about what you've been up to? And then they just go around the table, what they're going to. I zone out for about 30 minutes.
Well, that's the problem.
And then I get brought back in the conversation. Hey, Brendan, so what's next for you, huh?
What? When's your next
It's Christmas.
fight? When's your next fight?
It's Christmas, man.
But when are you going to fight again? Who are you going to fight? There's some monsters out there.
Hey, no, you know I got a lot this Christmas? Hey, you saw your picture with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's cool. Huh? I mean, that's what I get, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think Christmas is for the children. So
I need to have kids. I need to pop out some kids.
Yeah, that's
probably should get a girlfriend first, but
yeah, I was going to say
we'll figure that out. We'll
Just
figure
give
that
yourself
out.
some time. You got some, you got some fighting to do.
I have some fights. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
some
get
fights
through
to do.
Bigfoot, and apparently that's not happening.
Oh, I don't know where to begin with this. Yeah, so it looked like I was going to get the Bigfoot fight in April, and the guy tests positive for steroids.
Oh, he needed to put more weight on. Is that what the problem was? Or is he
He's 300 pounds. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then I find out he has a TRT exemption. Who in the, get ready to bleep it out, who in the gives Bigfoot Silva a TRT exemption?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well,
what the are we doing?
How old is he?
Where Bigfoot can get approved to take steroids when he's 300 pounds? What are we doing,
He needs
man?
it for recovery.
Recovery. And I don't?
No.
And I don't? So let me get this straight.
How old is he?
I don't know, 32, 33, looks 44. Anyways, how's this work? Let's say I were to fight him.
Yeah.
He's 300 pounds, cuts down to 265 pounds, ranked number 4 in the world on steroids. Brendan Schaub's here, winning 6 out of his last 8, not a big deal. Comes in at 235 pounds, no exemption.
Yeah. You're 235?
That's what I fight at. I'm 250 right now, but it's whatever.
So you actually dropped 15 pounds just from training.
Just from being in insane shape. It's called hard work. If you need to have an exemption, if you need to take steroids to compete with me, which 4 out of my 5 opponents have tested positive for steroids in some point in their career, past 4 out of the 5.
Yeah. The steroids are done.
If you have to take that stuff to compete, what are we doing, man? I got an idea. How about this? How about if you have a TRT exemption, we put you on your own. You go to another league. We'll start another league. It'll be great. It'd be like if baseball, if they did just have home run contests.
Now explain to the people what TRT really means. It's hormone therapy replacement. It's hormone
testosterone replacement therapy.
Right, testosterone replacement therapy, meaning that you get your testosterone
by a doctor. A doctor monitors
it. Lower than a certain number, and you're able to bring it up to what, 600?
No, I don't know the limits. Usually, testosterone is based off a scale, I think, from 0 to 1,000. Most males, I think, over 30, around 300, 400,
Unless
pretty
you're Brian
average.
Callen.
Yeah, you're just probably 12,000.
Yeah.
You got that boner all the time.
All the time. I have one right now.
So these guys go into the doctors, and the testosterone's low, and then they get an exemption from the commission or the UFC where they say they can take testosterone replacement to get their levels up to normal. But is it normal that I walk in at the cage at, let's say, a level of 300 of hard work and 6-star supplements, and Bigfoot Silva or Alistair Overeem, or I can go all
giants.
day, or LeVar Johnson, or Ben Rothwell, or there's just so many. The list can keep going. If you ask me to keep going, I'll keep going all day.
It's a very legit question, but here's the other thing.
Legit? Nah, man. This is the fucking problem, because now you got me fired up. This is the problem. Yeah. Let's say Bigfoot was on steroids, punches me in the face, and I can't fight ever again because he has an exemption because he's taking steroids. How about that?
Yeah.
Name another sport in this world where you can do that. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, but don't guys. Here's the problem. I think a lot of guys take steroids, we know, because they recover faster, they can train harder.
And they're mentally weak. That's your number one thing. You're mentally weak. Carry on, though. Carry on. Interesting.
It is true that testosterone and human growth keep you more injury-free usually than otherwise. And the examples of that are in baseball. The minute that the commission cracked down on baseball, guys all of a sudden
they went from 60 home runs to 30,
and they were getting injured. They were not able to play 160 games at that intensity, and a lot of guys who were all-stars were sitting the bench. So there is no question that human growth and testosterone are very good at helping you in your recovery. So if that's the case, I understand, but you're right. You're right. You're training, you're training your ass off. You come in at 235. You got a monster who's sitting there at 265 and shredded, who sucked down from 300, and he's on steroids. The only advantage you have is obviously skill, speed, and wind.
And my mentality. Guess what? Even though you're on steroids, I'm still going to whip your ass. Congrats. Now you're really going to feel
well,
like
but this race is there's always been the debate, what is the perfect size for a heavyweight? And in fact, a lot of people would say
235 to 240.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the ideal weight.
Any bigger than that, you start to lose speed, which is another way of saying you lose power.
And then also you get the fight like Mark Hunt and Bigfoot Silva, which is labeled the greatest heavyweight of all time, which is bullshit.
The heavyweight fight of all time?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, no,
the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Exhausted, punch each other in the face, no footwork.
What are you gonna,
to me, it takes skill. Gilbert Melendez and Sanchez is a much better fight for fight of the year or greatest fight ever because there was skill involved.
Yeah.
They're just not getting punched in the face, flat-footed, exhausted for 5 rounds.
There's no question, man. I'm watching. There's some. I think it was Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson from the Black Zillions.
Very impressed with his
Gleason.
footwork and very impressed with his boxing. He did a great job.
He looks good, man. He's really coming on.
Tebow is a badass.
He's
and
a big
and
dude.
Rough dude.
He picked him
giant.
apart.
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing. Depending on the camp, I'm seeing guys with really good footwork. They're obviously working with boxers, but there are a lot of guys still that strike me as just coming straight in, like poor Chris Lieben.
Oh, Chris! How about Chris Lieben?
Yeah,
if you could go down the list and say Uriah Hall, who's the ideal matchup for you?
Yeah.
Chris Lieben is, I mean, it pops out to you.
And
a guy who's going to walk forward.
Yeah.
You know, I felt bad, man.
So do I. And
this is the problem I have with it.
Good guy.
How about we give Chris Lieben 5 minutes on the mic? He has literally sacrificed his life for us in the UFC. Give him 5 minutes on the mic when he retires.
Yeah, by the way, you're right. Yeah, a warrior.
We didn't get a word out of him.
Warrior
Let him do the press conference. He's been in the UFC since The Ultimate Fighter 1. How about that? Was it 1 or 2?
I agree with you, man.
Might have been 2 because he was Koscheck.
He's a warrior, man. Chris Lieben has had one of the best chins in MMA.
Everyone knows him.
He gave it his all, and he gave it his all. He walks around at 220, sucked down. What was he? Was he 185 or something?
185.
That's hard for him. He's got a
I just wish we could have got
He gave a lot to us, and it would have been nice to have a send off.
Yeah,
it would have been nice.
Yep.
And
what'd you think of the fights?
I found the I thought a lot of the undercards were good.
The whole card was stacked. I can't remember the last time a card of this magnitude got so much hype.
Yep.
By far the biggest card of the year.
Doomsday looked good and tough. That was a good fight. Against
I was super impressed with Jim Miller.
Jim Miller
he
was
looked good.
Very
Submission,
impressive.
submit a black belt like that.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get submission of the night. I got to be honest.
Really?
I did.
I'll tell you
because of the magnitude of the. Well, that's the thing that I don't know when they give out the bonuses if they look into the guy's credentials, but that guy's a.
When I said to you,
a high level black belt, I was submitted.
Well, I'm going to say this somebody said. I was watching Ronda before she started rolling, and the idiot that I am, I went.
No. Let's set the scene here.
Yeah,
we're over Dove Davidoff's house.
Yeah,
our buddy in Venice, watching the fights, and before Ronda came out, I hear Brian and Dove talking behind me with some dude. And you're talking about how you think with a year of training, you think you could beat Ronda.
Well, I didn't say I could beat her. I said I'd need a year of training to hang with Ronda.
No, you didn't say hang. You said beat up.
No.
Yeah, you said you think you could beat Ronda.
But for the story, why not?
No, that's exactly what you said.
Well, okay.
I thought it was a joke. I laughed inside. I laughed.
Well, that was eye-opening for me because she's still a girl, and yet you went, dude, I watch her beat like really good guys.
Yeah, beat the crap out of him.
And you're talking about a 46-year-old guy, Brian Callen, who's an actor who did a little jiu-jitsu and wrestled in high school.
You have some calves on you, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but you're right. Obviously. And then I said to Brendan, well, how long would it take for me to be able to hang with Ronda and beat her? And you went, it's not happening.
I said
dude.
never.
It's never happening. And then I watched her again. I got to tell you, and I remember, and this isn't for the record, too.
I told her you said this, by the way. She said she's down to roll with you.
Oh, my God. I'd be so excited to roll with Ronda just because I have such a crush on her. But I don't deserve to roll with Ronda. But here's the thing.
Don't be weird. Don't be weird.
Well,
I don't deserve. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Don't be weird. Crawl on the mat, and
she's just gonna do it to prove a point. And there's nothing about it.
She'll just beat me up.
Yeah, she'll break your arm. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for that.
I'd walk around with a brace. How'd that happen?
And have her sign it. Ronda was here.
How creepy.
Ronda was here. That's super weird, man.
I know, but it's great.
This is my.
Here's what I was gonna say. Before the fight, I said to you, Misha seems to have brought in this Olympic judo player, and before I even finished, you went, "Hey, dude, it's not happening. There's no way in this lifetime she's going to beat Ronda Rousey." I don't care how many judo people she brings in, it's not happening. It's an interesting perspective from a real fighter because and I didn't know that no matter what, you're not going to match a world-class grappler like Ronda. And I have to tell you, watching her skill set, her ability to transition, she's so ridiculously good on the ground. It's jaw-dropping. She's so far and away better than anybody else.
Not even close.
If you want to tie up with her and go throws,
it's a bad idea.
Or get on the ground, it's such a bad idea. The only thing you can do is keep her away.
Well, did you hear Misha's game plan?
Yes.
She goes, well, my game plan was to keep her on the outside. Then we got close. I wanted to embrace the takedown and go for my own takedowns.
Bad idea.
You need to fire your entire coaching staff.
Yeah.
Whoever I have no idea who came up with that game plan. That is insane.
I mean, it's nuts.
She took Ronda down once.
You do have to work on takedowns and all that, but
you got to keep it long.
Man.
She should avoid the clinch, post on the hips, circle out, keep it long, and just keep striking. And you're gonna have to beat Ronda on points. You're not going to knock her out. You're not going to submit her. You're not going to take her down. You just got to stay outside and pick your shots.
What are the holes in Ronda's game?
When it comes to girls, listen, man, those other girls are so far behind. It's like if LeBron James went back to the Jerry West days. There's just nothing they can do.
Really?
There's nothing they can do.
Even Olympians and...
Well, her next fight, she's fighting in February against Sarah McMahon, who's a fellow Olympian.
Yeah.
And listen, they're going to build it to.
By the way, by fellow Olympian, you weren't in the Olympics.
Ronda, a fellow Olympian with Ronda. Yeah, I obviously was in the Olympics.
I just want to clear it up. That's not a big deal. You played at Buffalo for but
not the Olympics.
It's not the Olympics.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Is football an Olympic sport? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's new. Jesus.
So they're going to build it up as two Olympians with Sarah McMahon and Ronda Rousey in February.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the whole draw. Sarah's had one fight in the UFC. She fought some gimme fight. I don't know. If you look
Why
at
did she get a title shot? Because Kat Zingano's not ready yet?
Kat Gonzano's not ready. There's no one else. If you look at the top 10 women's, the number 10 in the world's record is 4-3. How about that? She's 4-3. Go to the top 10 rankings. Number 10's 4-3. That just it just sticks out to me.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's no one for Ronda.
You sidestepped my question, of course.
And what was your question?
What are the holes in Ronda's game? It's very good. By the way, good footwork. It's good footwork. Good footwork. And that's okay if you don't want to say. Because we're very biased to Ronda Rousey at this.
Listen. The holes in Ronda's game. I mean, obviously, stand-up's not her forte. Footwork.
She rushes a little.
By
her own admission.
Yeah, she's very aggressive, but at the same time, that's what makes her so good.
Yeah. She does win.
Yeah, she's undefeated. You got to remember, Ronda only has 7 fights.
Yeah.
Ronda only has 7 fights, and she's by far the best in the world with 7 fights.
Yeah.
So she's only getting better, only getting more comfortable. And she's been kind of thrown into the UFC as these headliner main event fights. Yeah. She's had 2 of them. So there's a lot of pressure. So, we're seeing her deal with these nerves and stuff like that. So she's feeling her way out. She's whooping these girls' asses.
She takes those nerves, whatever those nerves are, and she channels those into aggression. That face of hers.
I'm going to tell you this. I knew Ronda was going to beat the hell out of Miesha Tate as soon as both of them walked out. When Miesha Tate walked out to Eye of the Tiger or Heart of a Champion by Katy Perry with a pink towel on with a cupcake on the front and was smiling and singing word for word, I told you this when I watched. I went, oh no, oh no. She thinks this is a game.
Yeah.
She thinks this is like
Ronda was going.
She
to
thinks
war.
This is a game. No. Ronda it's life or death, man.
It is.
It is not a game. So when Miesha came out like that, I thought she is so screwed. It's not even funny.
God.
She didn't have a chance from the get go. She just
what
doesn't.
Is your take
and that's
on,
the rest of these girls. These girls, like it's a game.
Yeah.
To Ronda, it's not a game. So when she doesn't shake hands and she's getting all this flack about not shaking hands and not being a good sport, that's what makes Ronda Rousey the very best women's fighter in the world.
It's not a sport for her; it's a fight.
It's a life. It's life
and death.
It's life and death for her. So that's her life. She's just not fake. These other girls are.
But to play devil's advocate, one of the issues that I hear is, and it's true, Ronda was and still is the poster girl for the Golden Girl. The Golden Girl for
there's no
UFC.
one even close. Miesha looks nice and she does great interviews, but she can't fight like Ronda.
In 9 months, she did go from that to her brand has changed to the point where she's a little bit of a villain now.
Well, yeah, she's a complete villain.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
she got booed like I've never heard.
And
for
she
sure.
said, "No, I don't."
The Ultimate Fighter was the worst idea she's ever
But what
had.
I appreciated was she said, "Look, if you insult my family and you don't make it right, that's way more important to me than is the public embrace." And I've been proving people wrong since I ever started. So boos don't bother me. So
listen, boos bother everyone.
Of course,
every athlete says
course,
that.
and she's a sensitive
Believe me, I've been
human
booed.
being. Yeah.
I mean, it's not fun.
Of course,
they say that.
Yeah.
The reason this is what makes Ronda so good, and people of that magnitude, the 1% of 1%. You're talking about Ronda's the 1.0001% of all women fighters ever in the history, right?
Yep.
Michael Jordan,
And a huge
0.001%.
draw and exciting to watch.
Of that, these are givens. Thank you, Brian. And she has blonde hair. Congrats.
Yeah.
And then you got Lance Armstrong, who's 0.001% of all cyclists. Those people are assholes. If you've ever met them, if you know their persona, they're just there's something. And when you're in their realm, they're not nice people.
They're going to win if you're in their realm.
They do not care. They don't care about their how they come off. I mean, obviously, Lance
you're getting
Armstrong,
out of the way. You're getting out of the way,
or you're gonna get forced out of the way. That's what makes Ronda so damn good. Now, on the other side, you're going to lose some fans, man, and that's what she signed up for. Well, Ronda's just not fake. The rest of the like Brock Lesnar has a persona, Chael Sonnen has a persona, right?
Yeah.
Where they're these kind of rough guys, they're kind of assholes. They don't care. You've met both of them. Literally, Chael Sonnen might be the nicest guy in the world.
He's a great guy.
When you're dealing with males, that's how they're supposed to act, right?
Yeah.
When you're dealing with females, if Ronda was a male, we wouldn't be talking about this. But it's because she's a female and she's a sexy girl and pretty.
That's a good point.
And because she's pretty, people are like, this is ridiculous. Well, I think she's so competitive. This is ridiculous.
I think that Ronda roundly beat Misha twice. Misha handled it with grace. She did stick her hand out. And I think that people were like, it's time to finally bury the hatchet, shake her hand because enough already.
I agree. No, but see, you and I, but we talked about this. I agree with this. Me and Ronda's philosophies on fighting are different. I agree on this with you. Yeah. I think you should shake hands and go about your way.
Yeah.
But what makes Ronda so damn good
part of that.
is because she didn't.
It's the thorns on a rose.
It's to her, it's so personal that she's even attempting to take her belt. It is not a game. They are not cool now. They weren't cool before. Yeah. They weren't cool on the show. And this is why Ronda trained her ass off. And she could have beat Misha Tate 6 weeks ago. She was so damn ready.
Yeah.
And when you're a champion,
you also said that. You said you've never seen anybody train.
Never
the way Ronda does.
Never. When she was in Bulgaria, she was in Bulgaria doing the movie, she was training so hard, she could have left from the movie set straight to the octagon and beat Misha Tate.
God, did you hear my amazing analogy of Ronda? She's a rose. Roses come with
thorns.
Thank you for finishing that.
There you go, man.
She's our thorned rose, and we're gonna have, I hope, Miss Ronda Rousey on the podcast eventually.
Well, she was our first show, so I'm sure we'll figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. She's fighting an Olympian though, but I don't think it's gonna be much of a contest. A girl with one fight gets launched into the main event.
It's always a contest when you're fighting an Olympic wrestler with those arms. She is a
Sarah with those arms. Her arms are bigger than yours.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I would
Brian.
kill to have arms like that.
Well, come to the gym. We can figure something out.
The one thing I do have is a bigger dick than she does. I promise you.
That's 100% true.
Yeah. Now,
you got a piece on you.
Yeah, I got a piece on me. Thank you.
But let's talk about women's Olympic wrestling because that's her credential, right? And that's what they're going to ride and die on.
Yeah.
The pool for women's wrestling isn't that deep. How about that?
How do you know that? Do you have the data on that?
Yeah. I mean, we can bring it up. Really? How many women wrestlers do you know? It's not that deep.
I know Sarah McMahon.
Yeah, listen.
And Randy Miller.
5 of them went to the Olympics. She placed second. Okay?
I met Randy Miller, who was an Olympian, a bronze medalist with Kat Zingano this weekend at the UFC. So I know 2. Not bad. 2.
I'm not saying it's not impressive. Anyone who makes the Olympics is a straight badass. Yeah. I'm just saying it's a different pool.
Speaking
Ronda
of Olympians,
in judo, there's a deeper base because judo's more world, right?
Yes.
And there's more female competitors, so it's more impressive.
Speaking, however, of Olympians, I got to meet my boyfriend, Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, good dude, right?
He's a great guy, but he's tiny.
That's what makes it even more. That's what makes it impressive.
Well, he's 5'9", maybe. I'm legitimately taller. And he's thick.
He might be able to make 85 if he got with Mike Dolce.
He looks that way.
If he got to Mike Dolce, he might. If he wanted to, he doesn't need to. He's undefeated at heavyweight.
Yeah, but
at light heavyweight,
as tough as he is, and you know this, with that, he's trying to solve the distance that John Jones is. I don't know how you do it at 5'9". I don't know. I mean, if anybody can do it,
you got to get inside. Yeah, with his wrestling credentials, I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Well, I don't know. Listen, What do you think of that? What's your call on that?
I think what separates Daniel Cormier from the rest is his mindset. He's just such a badass Olympian wrestler. His wrestling's so good. He's working mainly on his stand-up. And he comes from a great camp. So I don't know, man. How about Anderson Silva's leg falling off?
Listen,
first of all,
what Brennan and I really did.
We literally hugged.
We clutched
and
each
yelled.
other and went, ah! Like I when we saw it, Ben, and I knew before they played it in slow motion, I knew that's what we were going to see.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I was like, what, he stubbed his toe? What's going on here?
I, without question, knew. I just knew.
I felt sick. It ruined my night, by the way.
I knew we were going to see that.
And then you go, I don't think you should watch fighting anymore.
I don't.
It's my job, man.
I don't think you should watch
It's my job.
I don't care.
And then, Brian, you were dead serious. You go, you know what? I'll watch him. I'll just fill you in. Yeah, that'll go good.
Literally.
Man. Literally just...
I don't know. That kind of imagery is not a good thing.
Not good.
God damn it! What does that say about low kicks? People who can check.
Listen, that's one out of how many low kicks are thrown in the UFC?
A lot.
How many? I mean, come on.
Oh God, though. God.
Hey, hold on.
God.
If you're making a movie, and let's say you pitch this plot to a bunch of people, and you're like, come on, the greatest fighter of all time, his leg falls off in his last fight. Pretty cheesy. Am I right?
So right?
No one's going to buy it.
You're so right. He breaks his foot.
So he comes. Oh. So he doesn't want to fight. He loses to this white guy from Long Island. Ugh. He loses. We talk him into the rematch, and then they're doing it, and his leg falls off. That's a terrible movie. No one's going to believe that. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
His last fight ever, his leg fell off. Our greatest champion of all time, his leg fell off.
His foot basically fell off.
I mean, he broke his leg.
Yeah, his lower shin bone in half.
Surgery.
And it's amazing. It's amazing how tough you guys are. And Anderson Silva, the baddest guy on the planet, and blah, 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 and kicks anybody's ass. And then he breaks his leg and is in a heap on the ground. We are human beings. I don't care who you are. You get a break like that, you're in the fetal position screaming at the top of your lungs.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it is to be a human being.
Hell yeah.
So, lest you think you're tough, anybody just break someone's leg and you're on the ground.
I felt so bad for him, man. How about Chris Weidman? Listen, if that fight would have went, I don't think it was going to go 5 rounds. I think Chris would have finished that in the second or third round.
Really?
Anderson didn't look good from the very beginning. Got his ass whooped in the first
round.
Like
he wanted to fight or something. I don't know.
To me, like when you look at that walkout, that kind of strange walkout when he was chilling there for about 5 minutes and made all this weight while he like kind of just thought to himself, I don't know, you're just trying to get your mind right maybe.
Yeah.
To him, honestly, this is what I think. I think he was down there embracing that it was the last time he's ever going to walk to the UFC octagon. That's what I think.
That's interesting.
Do I have any inside information? Nope. I just think that was his last one.
Do you think he was going there to lose?
No, listen. When you're a champion of that caliber, losing is obviously a possibility, and he accepts that. But I think he literally was just like, "This is it." Came to terms with it, went in there, and just didn't have that same desire. I don't think he wanted to lose. I think he just didn't have the same desire. It's not the same Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
And if you're Chris Weidman, how sick are you of people just going, "Man, yeah, but." The first one, he was messing around, he got lucky. This one, his leg fell off.
Yeah.
Now, man, Chris Weidman would have beat him both times.
Yeah.
Hate to tell you.
Chris Weidman knocked him out again, basically, with that shot.
He did.
For a second.
When they're in the clinch, he knocked him down on the ground, and he got saved by the bell.
We know that Chris Weidman is a badass. He's got his work cut out for him.
You're right.
He's got to get through.
You're right, B.
Vitor Belfort. Okay.
Listen.
Jacare.
Lyoto Machida.
Oh, my God.
Listen, now the tough road, now things open up. With George St. Pierre leaving and Anderson Silva leaving, now the UFC, to the fans, are like, oh, man, what are we going to do?
No.
We're losing our heroes.
No,
people.
85 and 70. It's going to be a road. It's going to be.
The belt's going to go
duck,
ching,
duck,
ching, ching,
goose.
ching, ching, ching. Yeah, it's ridiculous. At 85, Chris Weidman's work now gets crazy.
It gets crazy.
I think the belt's going to switch around a couple times.
I think the same in 55. there's so many young, there's so much talent in 55 and such good, these guys who are hitting so fast in and out. One mistake, the margin for error in these fights, especially in my opinion, 55, the margin for error is very, very short.
I think you're so dead wrong. It's not even funny.
You don't know anything.
I think at 55 you can make some mistakes.
Huh? Oh, really?
Yeah. They're the most talented pool for sure. 155 is the most talented pool. But if you make a mistake in heavyweight, if you move your head the wrong way, you get hit with a jab, it might be the end of the night.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
at 55, you move your head the wrong way, and you hit with a jab, just don't move your head that way again.
Yeah.
You're 155 pounds.
Yeah.
So shut your mouth.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Although,
why don't you sit this next round out?
Well,
you know what? Take a bathroom break, get some water. Why don't you cool off? Think about that stupid comment.
But the speed, these guys, like, they're
the most talented but 155.
Let's go through.
If you're 155 pounds and you want to get to the UFC, you're basically a black belt in everything.
It's crazy. I mean, you got Benson Henderson waiting in the wings again. You got Anthony Pettis healing his knee. Killers. You got Gilbert Melendez. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. You've got the
list goes on and on. It's
so sad.
At 150, and this is the reason why at 155 they're the most talented, because let's say most guys walk around 170, right? You say about 170.
Cowboy walks around he was 77 when I saw him this weekend.
177. Okay.
But he walks around at 81. Yeah.
I grew up with Cowboy. I wouldn't say he walks around that, but it's whatever. What do I know? So let's say these guys are about 170 pounds on average, Brian. All right?
They're more than that, but yeah.
Probably 170 pounds. The ones that stay in shape.
About 77, 75.
So 175 pounds. Yeah. At 175 pounds, and they're in their late, a lot of them mid-20s, 30s. You don't have a lot of options playing professional sports at that weight.
That's it.
So a lot of those guys, when they're in high school, middle school, and they're smaller, they go into martial arts and they wrestle.
Yeah.
They're not playing basketball. They're not playing football. So a lot of these guys they have great technique. They're super fast. They put everything together. They're black belts in everything. So if my kid's 155 pounds, I'm telling him, dude, you got some work to do, son. You better start working right now, because those guys they've always been that smaller guy, and they haven't pursued football or basketball or baseball,
right?
Because they're smaller.
Yeah,
that's why the pool's so damn deep.
So deep, and the guys coming up. I mean, there's so many good guys. Just the second
55 is
guys.
stacked, bro. 55 is stacked.
So who are the top?
Back to Chris Weidman.
I need the top 3 55ers for you. Gilbert Melendez.
Melendez, you gotta give it to him.
Cowboy,
Melendez,
gotta give it to Cowboy.
Cowboy, yeah. I mean, when Cowboy's on, there's no one better in the world. When Cowboy is on and his mind frame is right, there's no better 155 in this world.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes he doesn't show up. Like his last fight, he didn't show up.
Yep.
Oh, no. His last fight, he did show up against Dunham. The fight before that, against Dos Anjos, he didn't. But against Evan Dunham, he looked amazing. Yep. But if Cowboys gets his mind right, dude,
so who else?
The belt's his.
Who else has 55?
Oh man, I mean, Josh Thompson. He's a stud.
Is Cup Swanson 55?
No, 45.
He's 45.
Yep.
Wow.
He's a monster. I mean, there's so many, man. Obviously, Henderson's a nightmare.
Well, you got Benson Henderson, you got Cowboy Cerrone, you got Anthony Pettis, you got Gilbert Melendez.
You got TJ Grant. DJ, the producer's throwing TJ Grant. I'm going to need you to take a water break, because TJ Grant has had concussions. He's been out for a while. Yeah. But he is a stud. He's a stud.
They're all studs.
He's not fighting anytime soon.
Yeah.
He's not fighting anytime soon.
70 is very interesting to me.
70 is just up in the air. I'm telling you, like, I think the people who are in the know damn well that the UFC, there couldn't be a better time to be a fan of the UFC. It is so dang exciting right now, because everything's up in the air. Yeah. There's no one guy who's just going to dominate right now. In any division, there's no single guy. You're going to see straight fighting now. You're going to see scraps. You're not going to see any more decisions. You're not going to see any more boring fights. Yep. It's just the way the matchups, and fighting is about matchups. You look at 185, and you look at the guys who are in line number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Yeah. You look at these guys, any one of those guys can beat each other. There's no one guy where you're like, that's a mismatch. Nah.
Well, I will say that now you had GSP, you had Anderson, who for so long were far and away better.
They were our pay-per-view champs. They carried the UFC.
They were the Ronda Rouseys of the male division in many ways. I mean, nobody was coming close to those guys.
I would say, yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And now
Ronda's more like them because they're kind
well,
of
obviously. But what I'm saying,
damn it, I need you to take a water break.
Sorry. But now that they are gone,
it opens it up. It's exciting.
To a revolving door.
A revolving door of straight monsters. It's like
every detail makes a difference.
You ever seen the movie Monster Inc., where all the monsters check in and it's the revolving door?
Yeah.
That's my work. That's my office. I walk in, there's just monsters everywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you have to fight. You can't fight Bigfoot.
Not fighting Bigfoot because
you don't want to fight. I don't think you want to fight Travis Brown.
Who?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Travis Brown, no joke. Travis Brown surprised me. I don't want to say his name out loud because you get a little, you get tight. So I'm just gonna, you get a little tight.
I don't get tight.
You get a little tight. You tighten up a little bit, and that's okay to be afraid. Listen, he had a big beard. He's a big guy. He's an athlete. He's a serious athlete.
He played basketball.
Yeah. He can jump. He can move. Do me a favor. If he wants to fight you, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to say to Joe Silva, Joe, thank you so much. I'm going to have a warm glass of milk. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to go to mass. And I'm going to respectfully decline because Travis is a little too much for me right now.
You're an idiot. I will slap you over.
You saw what he did to Josh Barnett. Please don't double. You double leg, right? Isn't that your thing? Don't double leg him. Please, I'm begging you.
You know what? I think I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
Bubba, don't listen. You can't double leg him. He'll bring that elbow down.
I'm sweating.
He'll bring that elbow down on you.
I'm sweating because I want to kill you.
And I'll be crying. I don't want to cry at the UFC and embarrass myself. Those elbows are too much. Don't use the double.
Oh, you're talking about the elbows behind the area? Yeah, those are too much for me because they're illegal, Brian. You can't do that in the UFC. Listen, how about that?
Just don't double leg. You're not going to double leg Travis Brown. Can we just say that right now?
Can I get a word in before I fucking rip your hoodie off and kill you?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I just
listen. Travis Brown.
Don't say his name so loud.
Don't say his name. Travis Brown is an absolute nightmare. He is on a straight tear, right? He beat Overeem, which I thought that fight was going to get stopped, and he somehow came back and kicked Overeem right in the face and knocked him out. Mm-hmm. And then, I honestly, I had Josh Barnett winning the fight. I think Josh Barnett was tougher, and I thought he was going to get inside and make it dirty. I think Josh Barnett struggled with, a more athletic heavyweight. Listen, Travis Brown, he's a tall order for anyone. Yeah. I think what's next for him is Junior Dos Santos. I see people on my Twitter saying, "Oh, Travis Brown, Junior Dos Santos." Listen, they're not going to give me Travis Brown. He's won I don't know how many in a row. He's definitely entitled.
Would you like him right now?
Yes. There's not one guy in the UFC that in the heavyweight division in the top 10 that they could give me, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's not a good matchup."
Really?
Guess what? Yeah. I feel like I have an advantage over whoever they give me in some department in mixed martial arts. Name a guy.
Name a guy. You're not taking Travis down. His defense is
Travis down. I'll tell you where I'm not taking him down against the cage. I don't understand. I do not understand when you see him against the cage. First of all, he's 6'7", 6'8", played basketball.
That's weird.
It's going to be just sheer physics. It's going to be tough to take him down against the cage. So I see guys like Gabriel Gonzaga try and take him down the cage, gets elbowed. Were they illegal? Yeah, probably. Either way, he wasn't going to win that fight with that game plan.
You're taking damage.
It doesn't matter. You're not going to win that fight against Travis Brown with that game plan. He got knocked out. Josh Barnett, maybe he didn't see that film. They're fighting Travis Brown the wrong way. That's not the way to fight Travis Brown. Obviously, I'm not going to away the way you beat him, because if I do end up fighting him, but we have a game plan to beat him. I'll put it that way. I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
Well, I just need you to keep working on that game plan. I need you to work on that for about a year.
And listen, about a year. Listen, I thought I was going to fight Bigfoot. That's not happening.
He's got that beard. You're not gonna, your fist. That beard absorbs a lot.
The beard. You know what? I was just in
small hands. They would disappear.
Have small hands.
Like a sparrow in a nest.
Small hands, huge.
Your hands
dick.
would disappear like a sparrow in a nest.
They might.
Yeah.
From choking them. Yeah, listen, I think a beard is a little bit of advantage. I rolled with a guy in Denver this past weekend. This Peter Straub, he's a good high-level jiu-jitsu guy. And he had a beard, and I always go for the neck. It's definitely an advantage. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's kind of weird.
I mean, I can grow one if I wanted to, but still, I think it's an advantage.
It just gets in your...
It just makes things difficult.
Gets in your mouth and stuff.
Like you reach for their throat, and it's like this layer, this protection. It's not the same. It's not as tight.
Yeah, dude, were you dating him? Was it a date or was it?
It was a date. No, it was a date.
Okay,
it was a date in Denver.
I don't know what you do in Denver. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I know you made some changes when you came to LA. It is true though. In all seriousness, you are a very athletic guy, and you're recognized for it. You're dealing with very big men. I mean,
and I don't feel. Granted, I'm 250 pounds right now.
Yeah, but you don't feel big. You feel smaller than most people. I mean, as far as in the division.
I always feel, yeah. I mean, when
I would say you're stronger than most guys.
100%. You know, I've been lifting since I was in 4th grade, taking creatine. And these other guys decided to be cool to get into mixed martial arts by the time they're 25, and I've been living it. So yeah, I have an advantage, Brian.
You are strong.
I think so. I like to think so.
You didn't feel. You didn't feel. What was? I have a thought. What do you think is the most boring fight of the year?
Most boring fight of the year? For me?
Yeah.
Man, it'd have to be a main event. You know what? Jake Ellenberger, Roy McDonald was not fun.
So, Don?
What'd you say?
What happened?
What'd you just say?
What I heard, I know DJ.
What the hell are
did you say? Shab
DJ,
Johnson?
DJ, did you put something in his cup?
DJ say
I'm gonna whoop your
That's
ass.
not right, DJ. To say LeVar Johnson, Brendan Schaub. You did lie on him for. what was that about? I didn't watch it. Well, I did watch it. I fell asleep.
I did watch. I fell asleep by the 3rd round because I took him down 8 times. That's why.
It's a big boy.
What's a big boy?
That's intimidating to see him. I would.
Could there be a scary guy?
I would say you fought him exactly the way he should, which is hold him down, because if he punches you once, everything changes.
Like I said, it's about matchups. He was on steroids. His ratio was 15-1. Again, another guy on steroids. And I have a clear-cut advantage in grappling. I went for the submission. I think I went for 6 submissions. I came close on a couple of them.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. Because, listen, I've anaconda or Darce choked the very best in the world.
Yep.
A lot better than him. I'll put it that way. And that's being nice.
I know for a fact.
A lot better than him.
For any of you heavyweights,
his shoulder was so muscle bound, it stopped my choke. I've never experienced it in my life.
God.
Yeah. That I had it tighter than I've ever had.
What?
I had that choke tighter than I had on Mitrione. Mitrione went to sleep. LeVar Johnson continued to punch me in the face.
God.
It's because his basketball shoulder blocked his artery from getting closed. How about that?
That's weird.
Weird? No, it's not weird. That's what happens when you're on steroids.
By the way, I know for any of you heavyweight listening,
Boringest fight of the year. I should slap you. Hey, who hosted the worst game night of the year at their house?
Hey, man.
Crickets.
Hey, man.
Brian Callen. We played a game called Celebrity. Your wife made me write down, hey, everybody, write down your top 5 celebrities. Then you got to act them out and we guess. And you can use words. So I wrote down Obama, President Obama.
Had to be the most boring.
I pulled out Obama. I'm black. I'm the president of the United States. Obama. Everyone's like, yeah. Worst game night ever. Oh, and thanks for the cheese spread, Brian. You had a piece of Swiss cheese and a piece of wheat toast. If you're ever going to invite me over, you better have some food and some nice wine for me.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of nice wine, I'm glad you brought that up. We got to Dove Davidoff's house for the fight.
This is ridiculous. I got roasted all night for this. This is stupid.
I spent $100 on really good wine. I think I brought a couple bottles because I got that kind of cash. That's not the point.
You don't look at price tags.
No. I make crazy money doing this podcast. Here's the thing. The yoker that Brennan is, he shows up with, it says... Sweet red wine on the bottle.
It says sweet red. That sold me.
And there's a picture of feet. Of bare feet.
Like footprints. I thought it was nice. But then it said award winning. It had a gold sign that said award winning on it.
What did that cost? $2? $2, Chuck.
Listen, I'm not a wine connoisseur, so I asked the guy, I said, what's the best tasting wine? He brought me over to the award-winning Sweet Red.
Unbelievable.
It said sweet. I love sweet shit.
Can you dip a little deeper in your pocket? Did you just reach for the dollar that was sticking out from paying its hole?
Barefoot, son. Barefoot,
Find out how much that costs right now.
No, please
Find out
please don't.
Where I can get that wine for right now on this podcast.
Oh, man.
I mean...
Hold up.
Could you dip a little deep? Did you reach for pocket change and toss it on like you do at a homeless person on the counter and say, keep the change? What is it? $6.45.
Holy shit.
$6.45.
No, hold on, wait.
If you ever show up at a fight with $6.45, I will endorse you.
Let me explain this.
I will ban you from this podcast
oh, shit.
and from the UFC.
First of all, I think Carlton was looking at some discounted price on eBay.
Oh, he sure wasn't. Because
I asked the guy the best tasting wine. He brought me to Barefoot. It had a sign on it that said award winning.
$7. That's the part you left out. I want the best tasting red wine for under $7.
Let me tell you something.
American
Let me tell you
dollars.
something. And this goes for any of my friends. If you decide to hold a UFC party, that to me includes food, beverages, and entertainment. I bring the entertainment.
Listen,
I'm coming.
Don't bring vinegar because we don't need it for cooking. We've already done the cooking. You don't bring red wine vinegar. In fact, I think a good red wine vinegar, I know a good red wine vinegar, costs way more than that. You can pay up to $20 for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Brian. I brought the $7 bottle of sweet red wine. It's award-winning, you asshole. It's award-winning.
$6.45. Hey, I got a 5 single and some change.
Hey,
I only got 35 cents. Is that cool? Yeah, no problem. I got a 5, a single, and just here's ching, ching, ching. Where's some change? I wish I had some in my pocket so you could hear how Brendan paid for that.
Hey, how about no one touched it? It didn't even get opened.
Yeah.
You guys are some assholes.
Oh,
you guys are some
one.
real. Oh, my fault. My fault, Mr. Monopoly.
Yeah.
My fault. It didn't meet your standards.
I brought a 2001.
I'm sorry.
2001 Reserva Rioja. Yeah, I think it costs. In a restaurant, don't even look at it. All right? Don't even look at it. You can't afford it.
You brought it for yourself. No one else drank it. It's weird. You brought your own cups.
I'll drop $60 on a bottle of wine right now. How about that? In the store.
You brought your own cups,
in the store. Probably costs $120, $200 in a restaurant. I don't care. I'm not afraid.
You know what? In Denver,
thanks for the 7 restaurants don't even carry that wine.
They should. They should because Barefoot's delicious.
The health department.
I'm sorry.
Shut them down.
I'm sorry. I go for delicious tasting wine. I don't go because people think it's cool. Because hey, I brought a 1997 wine, everybody, and this bullshit cheese. I'm there for fights.
I don't talk
I'm there
that
for
way.
fights, and I'm there to drink Barefoot wine. You son of a bitch.
Unbelievable. I'm disgusted and ashamed.
Carlton, we are no longer friends. You brought up the $7 bottle of wine.
I mean, that is
I think that was a discount.
Again, $6.45.
Again, for you listeners out there, go buy this $7 bottle of wine. Good luck finding that deal, by the way. That's how I do it, Marina Del Rey. Good luck finding that deal for $7.
Did they mark it up $1? They marked it up $1. With tax, it's almost $7.25. Make sure you got a 5, 2 singles, and a quarter for the wine. By the way, 6-pack. More expensive. Next time, bring a good 6-pack, would you, of designer beer?
Oh man,
wine
I'm so glad.
At the UFC fight is more of a.
That's LA, man. Drinking wine at a UFC event. That's LA. I asked my friends, "What do you want me to bring?" Because Brian won't shut up when I don't bring stuff.
Yeah.
How about I bring pizza? How about I bring chicken wings? Can you bring some nice red wine and some cheese, please? That's weird.
Cheese.
Target, by the way.
Damn,
You
they
get
sell
it at Target. In the toy section?
How much is it at Target?
In the toy?
Does it give a price at Target?
They pay you. They're trying to unload.
Hey, I'm sorry. You know what? Let's go into our Fighter and the Kid End of the Year awards.
We had some good
best
guests.
tasting wine. Barefoot Sweet Red, $7.
You're giving it
How
best
about
tasting?
that? Best tasting.
All right.
What's your best tasting wine, Brian? How about we don't care? 1998 Don Sauvignon. That's weird, bro.
Listen,
It's weird.
I'm a Renaissance man.
It's weird you're so into wine.
I'm a connoisseur, and I'm an athlete.
Hey, you know what?
I'm a well-rounded
how
guy.
about you tell the story of how you were drinking that wine with that billionaire, and he was like, every time we drink this, these other 3 bottles go up $2,000.
Well, he wasn't from the Middle East. He's American, so thanks for the accent.
He's not American.
Yeah, he is.
He's not American.
He's from England, but he's American. No, he lives in England, but he's American. Connecticut.
Well, I've heard the story about 30 times because you tell everybody.
He's not Native American like you, but he's American.
He's American, and I would say he knows his wine, right?
He's got about $500,000.
Can you share this story with it? Can you break it down real simple?
I've never told it on the podcast.
Never told the story on the podcast. I've heard it. You know,
He opens
I'm just
the
going to
wine.
take a nap and think about Sweet Red. Tell this bullshit story.
Well, we go to his $25 million home in the middle of London, and I'm talking about $25 million.
Yeah, you said that.
He dips into his, he says, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's one of my best friends from college. He says, let's open a crazy wine. And he opens a wine that Robert Parker called a Centurion wine, one of the wines of the century. So I go, okay, and I love wine. Now, it's a transcendental experience if you know wine. If you're not Philistine like Brendan, look, it's great, it's the same thing for me, glug, glug, glug. If you're a Renaissance man, if you're a mature a mature Renaissance man, a well-rounded man. Think of James Bond, then you think of me. You sip the wine, you appreciate the wine. It's got nutmeg, it's got all kind of chocolate and tobacco and mushrooms, all kinds of
Holy shit.
Yeah,
listen. If your life is so lame, you have to look what's into a bottle of wine.
It's a sexual
If you got to spend
experience.
$1,000 on a bottle of wine.
Oh, it's more than that. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to chime anymore. You can finish the story. I'll destroy the story at the end of it. Go ahead.
You're not spending $1,000. You're spending a lot more than that. It's a transcendental. It's an experience. You're never going to have an experience like that. It's a sexual, spiritual experience, and you have to fly it in. You'd never ship that kind of wine in because it might come through the Panama Canal. It's above the water line.
I said the short version for sakes.
All right. So now we drink the wine, and I go, dude, I got to tell you, the best wine of my life. I want to thank you.
Were both your pants off? Were you jacking each other off while drinking the sweet red wine?
Obviously, we were. Oh, it wasn't sweet red wine. Never say that again. It was. I think it was an 81 Lafite Rothschild.
1981.
Some crazy wine.
Okay.
So I go, this is amazing. He goes, you want to open another bottle? And I went, you know what? I don't know how much this costs. I'm afraid to ask, but let's not do that. Don't waste it on me.
Are there any girls in the room during this time?
No, it's just
the two of you.
Just he and I.
Carry on.
So after we were done kissing, we said, you're very politically incorrect. But so after that, he goes, let's open another bottle. I said, I don't want to. Don't waste it on me. I'm afraid to drink that much wine. Let's get another one. Let's get one of your $1,000 bottles of wine. Let's slum it with your 85 Chateau Lafite. He goes, we're getting paid to drink this wine, dude. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I own the only 6 bottles in existence. We just drank the 1 bottle. Now there are 5 left. What's that do to the value of the 5? If we drink another bottle, we got 4 left. That jacks the value of the 4 up. I'm going to drink all of them, and then I'm going to sell the last one back and get all my money back. And I went, that's why you're a billionaire.
You know what I would have went?
A yoker.
I would have went, what? Bam! Slap to the face, sweet red biatch, and then ran off.
You would have just run away.
That's what I would have done.
Run off into London.
Yeah. How about
into
that?
The London streets.
Oh, really? How about? First of all, I would have left as soon as he started talking about wine because I've been bored out of my mind. I'm like, bro, how about we get girls over here? How about I make some vodka tonics? Your weird wine. We get some girls over here, and you shut your yapper and let me use your fancy house for a party. How about that?
For an orgy, you mean?
How about that? How about you shut?
I actually like your idea.
I got an idea. How about you shut up about wine for 2 seconds so I can hear myself think?
I kind of like your idea, though.
That's your friend, though. Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, but I like your idea.
We did go to dinner with him.
Yeah.
And wow, talk about a wine connoisseur.
Yeah, he didn't.
Wow,
like the
we brought him to my favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't like the wine.
And that's what he says. We're not gonna say his name. He doesn't even listen to this. He's too rich. He's making money.
Yeah.
He might pay someone to kill me after I say this. We go to my favorite restaurant in Abbott Kinney, Jelina's, right?
Yep.
He looks at the wine list. The waiter comes over. He goes, bro, this wine list is shit. I don't recognize any of these wines. Wow, bro. Wow. Take it easy.
I know.
And then I went, there's a sweet red at the bottom for $1.50 a glass. And then 2 guys came up behind me, escorted me out, and I've never seen them since.
Yeah, a helicopter.
They put a bag over my head, and then I've never seen them since.
You were renditioned.
Yeah.
It was extraordinary rendition. Yeah. Well, don't mess with my friends is the bottom line, my friend. Have a little respect. All right?
Don't bring your fancy friends. And next time there's a UFC event, if there is red wine, I'm not coming.
No.
You need beer. I need coconut water. I'm going to need some chicken wings.
Really?
Yes. All right?
I have
chips
cheese
and salsa. You have cheese plates and wine.
I'm an aristocrat, dude. I'll have some.
Guess what? You know you're in LA when you go to UFC party and you got to bring fancy red wine.
Listen, man, you don't have anything on me because I ate the venison that I shot, dressed, and butchered, and I had 2 of the best venison steaks. That's why I have such a glow to me. Do you see the power in my eyes? Yeah,
kind of.
It's from venison.
Kind of, or it could be that fancy wine.
Venison.
Look, dude, I have a ton of energy this morning, right? I feel great. You know what it's from?
What?
Sweet red. Sweet red.
Is that
That's
right?
the key to looking like this.
Is that
you
right?
drink a lot of sweet red.
You keep all smooth.
I have a ton of it because it's pretty cheap. I buy it in bulk.
Do you really?
I buy it in bulk from Costco.
Oh, no.
I have tons of bottles of it.
Just tons of it. You're not a wine drinker, so shut up.
No,
right.
I let you pick the wine.
Let's go through our guests. We had Caramouche, we had Dana White, we had Sam Tripoli, we had
Theo Rossi
who's awesome. We had Chael Sonnen, we had Kenny Florian, we had Eve.
Can we just go through them and talk a little bit about them?
Yeah,
let's go through them.
Yeah.
So we'll start from the bottom of our list. It's not in chronicle order, right?
Cody Donovan, our boy.
Cody Donovan was
the Viking.
My boy. I wouldn't say he's our best guest ever. He kept saying, sure. Everyone.
Yeah.
But it's all right. He's coming around. Cody Donovan, one of my best friends.
Yep.
He wants to be in the LAPD. I'm hooking him up. He's
that
going
right?
to move out here and be in the LAPD.
He'd be a good cop.
He'd be a good cop.
He's a stud.
Hey, guess what, Cody? Great idea. You become LAPD. I get away with murder, literally.
There you
How about
go.
we do that?
There you
How
go.
about I go on Grand Theft Auto and you don't arrest me? All right? Daniel Cormier, you had a huge crush on. He was a good show. That was right before
I
his
can't
fight
believe
with
how
Roy
small
Nelson.
he is. He should fight at 55.
55. Okay, what time you said that? We had Joe Rogan, who, after my fight with Matt Mitrione in the octagon on the mic, I said, Joe, you're coming on the Fight and the Kid. He said, you got it. The next week, he was on he was on the
best.
Fight and the Kid.
The best.
He's your best friend.
Yep.
He offended me. I offended him. He told me I need to get with a good striking coach. I have the best in the world, and I've also beat some of the best strikers in the world. So I was offended.
I think he was saying you should work with
Hold
somebody
on.
who kicks.
So let me finish this.
Yeah.
So I was offended, and then he wouldn't shut up about bulletproof coffee. So I told him, next time you're making coffee, make my damn coffee. He got offended, and he said, Brendan, do you know how much money I make compared to you? And then we ended.
Is that what happened on the podcast? I
That's
can't
what
remember.
happened, but I love Joe Rogan. That was fun.
The greatest.
We had Scott Hansen from NFL Network, good buddy of mine, knows football.
Are you
You
working with it?
pretended to know football.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a fun interview.
Yeah, but I was right at the end. It's funny how I win. I like that we got tweets. Thank you for your tweets. A lot of guys are like, hey, you guys talked about how you're going to get back to fighting, and then you had Scott Hansen and I talked about football the whole time. You're right.
You're right, and I don't give a shit. It's firing the kid. It's not fire the kid and everyone on Twitter's opinion. So, Brian,
Hey.
how about you shut your mouth?
Hey, those are our fans.
Hey, do me a favor.
Those are our fans.
Go take a nap.
And
I'm going to finish this.
watch your
We had
language.
Zach Baggins on, again, a good buddy of mine.
You know, his girlfriend got into a tug of war with a ghost, a purse. I don't know if you know that. Do you know that? Oh, yeah. Apparently, his girlfriend, they were cuddling, and then a ghost grabbed her purse, and they were in a tug of war in his house.
That was a fun interview, though, because you don't believe in ghosts. I do.
Sure
Zach
don't.
Baggins makes a living off of it.
Yeah, I sure don't believe in ghosts.
You told us that horrible ghost story, how you were in the subway.
Yeah, lie. That was a lie, by the way. I lied on the podcast. Any ghost story I tell is a lie, including that one. Made it
pure
up as I
lie.
went along.
And then our very first podcast on Fox, we had Ronda Rousey
Queen
on.
Ronda Rousey.
And she did it live from Bulgaria from the movie set. That was a fun one. It's always good to have Ronda on. You know Ronda well. I know
I
Ronda
make
well.
a fool out of myself with Ronda. So,
You're
yeah.
super creepy around her.
Yep.
We had Eve Torres, the WWE champion, on.
Yep.
Probably the easiest person we've ever had in the studio on the eyes.
Well, yeah, I mean, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
She's ridiculously beautiful.
Hey, how about that show Total Divas on E? Have you guys seen it? Oh my God! It's called Total Divas. It follows the current WWE divas. My buddy Joe Kloppenstein in Denver, my best friend out there, goes, "Bro, you got to watch this show." I go, "Dude, it looks stupid. I'm not going to watch it." I watched every single episode in a day. 8 hours of my life. I watched the whole first season. I can't get enough of it.
Really?
John Cena is super weird. I'd love to have him on the podcast. I feel like we have a lot in common as far as living goes. It's weird. If you're watching the show, you know what I'm talking about. Then we had Kenny Florian on.
Yeah.
You two together, it just went well. He looked like your younger son.
Kenny Florian is a good man.
You guys both have the same size nose.
We tweeted each other. We have a couple big noses. He's big head. Oh, by the way, bought his cologne.
You bought his because he came in. He smelled nice.
We're not going to say what it is. We're not going to say what it is.
We both wear.
Yeah.
Why can't we say what
Well,
it is?
because it's a little bit of a secret. I want to keep it. I don't want people. You know, we have millions of listeners, and all of a sudden,
I know.
everybody
Then
smells
everyone
like it.
smells like us, and then we stop getting
Yeah.
attention. A fist bump for that.
There you go. Keep
You're
it
coming
down.
around,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You're coming around.
Yeah. But thank you, Kenny, for the cologne.
I also
smell
wear
like
the
you.
same cologne. I smell like you, but it wasn't because of Kenny. It was because this guy in my elevator. It was super weird when I asked him what he was
right.
wearing. Anyways,
Handsome as it gets. Chael Sonnen came in.
Chael Sonnen, that's right. He came in right before his fight. It was a little under the weather, but he was still a good interview.
Yeah, he said that. I saw him this weekend.
I told you something was wrong with him. I was training with him at camp. He came in sick and then was fighting that next
I
weekend.
saw him this weekend. He's such a great guy, and he said I was a little under the weather. I just didn't. I was like, you were great. So he's going to come back on.
We didn't let him talk. You and I took over. We tend to do that
apologize
with
for that.
guests.
Yeah.
Any guests on here, I'm sorry. Brian and I take over. How about if you go to dinner with us? It's the exact same thing. Maybe that's why it's only you and me going to dinner.
We
these
have to
days.
get better at
We have to
letting
get
other
better.
people talk.
We got to get better.
Yeah.
Or we keep it the same because we're the number one podcast on Fox as far as UFC
We're
goes.
the
in
number one
sports.
podcast in the world.
Congrats. Number one in the world. Theo Rossi from Sons of Anarchy.
I just started watching the show.
Great, right?
Badass
Isn't he
show.
great on it?
Yeah, he's great.
Good dude, knows his fighting. Huge fan.
Yep.
Then your boy Sam Tripoli, that guy's hilarious. He actually stepped in for you because you were super late. So Sam was the kid for the day.
Yep.
And then you came at the end. That was fun.
Dana White
in person in Vegas to sign my new contract, and we brought the fighting kid into his office. How about
and
that?
announces that there's a new 115-pound women's division.
Bro, then how about when we were there, you were super serious. So have you met my friend Piers Morgan, also known as the kid, Brian Callen?
I know. I lost a little of my humor.
Why were you so serious, you think?
I just felt like we were in his office. Now I know him. It'll be a whole different thing.
You don't know him.
No, we're very close.
No, you don't know him.
You
did exchange cell phone.
I texted him yesterday.
What'd you text him? Hey, great fight, man.
No.
Thanks for all the memories. 2013 was amazing.
Actually,
hey, here, I'm going to send you a box of Sweet Red to thank you for the fight with Rhonda.
Hey, man.
Here's a box of Sweet Red, Dana.
I'm going to send him a gift. No, because...
send him a JPEG. You want to do me a favor? Send him a JPEG of your dick.
My buddy Gavin O'Connor, who wrote and directed Warrior, is from the same hometown as Chris Weidman and wanted to reach out and congratulate him. So I said to Dan...
Whoop-de-f***ing dude.
Hey, watch your language, sir.
I got a cousin's uncle's friend who ran into Dana at a hotel. They both reached in for the bag of mints, and they had a moment. He wanted to say hi and congrats on his 2013.
Don't you love when people have those coincidences?
Oh, I get it all the time. I get it all the time.
You don't know this, but my buddy actually bumped into you. You were walking to the bathroom. You were really nice, though. You were really sweet. You're super sweet. He was, oh, sorry. And you were like, it's cool, man. It was funny. It was amazing.
But don't do this. Bro, remember me?
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me? Remember me? I met you at the UFC Expo in 2012 in Boston. I was the guy that came up to you and was like, yo, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met 5,000 people in that day, man.
Yeah,
I hate to be shitty
Don't
about
remember
it.
you, regular guy.
I know, it sucks.
Don't remember you, incredibly regular guy.
We had Liz Carmouche on.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Good old
Liz.
Liz.
That about sums up the interview we had with her.
Hey.
We have nothing to say.
Yeah, it was good.
Will Sasso. Personally, if I could pick the best podcast of the year, if you should listen, it's Will Sasso.
That was hilarious.
The fighter, the kid, and the man.
It's a fighter, the kid, man. It's the man about a kid.
And eventually he took over the show.
Fighter, the kid,
he wouldn't
and the
give us any impersonations, but it was good, right?
He was hilarious. He hijacked it, and he is one of the funniest people on the planet.
He was great.
I urge you to, if you want to laugh for a good solid hour, there it is. Let's go through what your workout is, and then we'll go through what my workout is. What do you do?
I'm at Box and Burn, man.
Oh, are you? I'm wearing a Box and Burn. By the
You
way,
got tennis, huh?
No. If you are going to Box and Burn? Damn, I have a lunch after my workout. I should go there. I'm wearing the Box and Burn in Santa Monica, Tony Jeffries. If you want to learn how to box, there's only one place to go.
Well, you're not going to learn with Tony, but yeah, it's a good place to go.
Great staff.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm wearing the Box and Burn.
You are, and you won't shut up about him.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Box and Burn sweatshirt, so people think I'm a boxer.
It's coming around. Speaking of, I don't know what made me think of this story. I think I told you this. I was running down Santa Monica. I was running down Santa Monica Pier. I told you this. From the name The Hybrid, this guy stops me on my... I told you this. Guy
told the story on the podcast.
Oh, did we already tell it? We stopped me. I just went with it.
Yeah.
I just went with it, man.
Called you The Hybrid. He thought it was me because you were black, half white.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
embarrassing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've exhausted everything there is to talk about. I want you to have a wonderful and very happy New Year. And very important.
What can you expect? 2014, Brian. What are you looking most forward to? Let's end it on this. 2014, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to your next fight.
Me too.
I want to see.
I literally have no idea. How about that? With Bigfoot out, I'm hoping. You know what? I'd like.
What?
I'd like to fight Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
I'd like to fight Mark Hunt if he's healthy and he's ready to go in April. It'd be an honor to fight him. It'd be a hell of a fight. Main event, 5 rounds. Sign up for it.
I know you'll be in shape.
I'm in shape right now.
You say you're in good
I'm in
cardio
shape
condition,
right
but I have to. You say you're in good cardio, right? You're in good shape. Are you in good fight shape?
It's different. I'm not. I mean, if I have to fight next Saturday 5 rounds, no, I'm not in that good of shape.
Well, how do you?
I run 3 miles 5 times a week.
How do you deal? How do you get to where you have the kind of win that Mr. Cain Velasquez has?
You're born with it. And guess what? I was born with it, so congrats.
Oh, you were?
Yep. Sweet.
You know that boxers do what's
ethic.
called over distance. They'll run an hour and a half.
Yeah. I do a lot of road work, man. I love it. I love it. Not too many heavyweights do that. They think it's hard on your joints, stuff like that. How about you be an athlete and you suck it up? If you eat right, your joints can be all right.
Yeah.
What else you got, Brian? Any other brain busters?
Well, the other thing I'm looking forward to in 2014, and I think the people are as well, is the fact that January 9th, 10th, and 11th, I'll be at Laugh Boston doing stand-up comedy.
Wow.
And I'm I'm the Anderson Silva of comedy. I don't know if you know that.
You are. And you're going to break your leg on stage.
No, I'm going to break a leg.
You're going to break a leg on stage.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I want you to have a wonderful
On that
year.
note,
We'll
thanks
see
for
you in
listening. 2013, big year for Fighter and the Kid. 2014,
2014,
we're going to blow your mind.
We're going to blow your mind. I hope nobody breaks their legs in the octagon. The Fighter and the Kid. Really, we should call it the Kid and the Fighter, because I'm the best.
You invite me to a party and I bring sweet bread.
Don't ever bring that wine to my party again.
Only in LA do we have UFC parties and you drink wine and cheese.
'Cause I'm really sophisticated. You are a frat boy.
You hang out with rich people that all you do is talk about wine. You have little dicks and no women involved.
No women at all with our tiny shoulders and our tiny dicks.
Don't ever bring your friend to my favorite restaurant. Then he hates on it and I'm escorted out.
You got a tiny head and huge shoulders.
You look like you're gonna take the SATs. You got sweats on. You're 46 and you call yourself the Kid.
'Cause I'm an athlete. I got tight fit and skin. Do me a favor, do not fight Travis Brown.
Ronda Rousey's gonna roll you up. You thought you could beat her with a year of training. You are nuts.
Hope she doesn't mind my psoriasis.
You have spots. Oh shit!
I got weird psoriasis on my legs.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Brian just pulled his pants up, or he pulled his leg up on his pants.
Dude, that's better
You
than it
have
was.
dots. And guess what? Brian has mad cow disease. Wow.
That's a
Wow, what is that? The bird flu? Are you fucking kidding me?
called
Are you
SARS.
kidding me?
Here you
You
go.
came in here with SARS,
Oh, that's even better. Look at that one.
bro.
That's called psoriasis, bro.
No, that's not psoriasis, my man. You have chicken pox and you're 46.
I clearly have chicken pox.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
What is going on here, man?
It's called-
What can you do for that?
Nothing is when you get run down, I get dry
No,
skin patches.
no. I get run down all the time. I have splotches all over me. I'd hate to see
It's
what the
an
rest of your body
autoimmune
looks like.
disease. It's autoimmune.
Have you had it since you were a kid?
No, I started getting it like in my 30s. Good stuff.
Wow, you just totally ruined the show by taking your pants
I
off.
had to show you my psoriasis.
Bro, you have dots all over your body.
Well, all over my legs.
No, it's all over your body.
Well, I got some on my torso. I mean, if you must know, and a little on my face. That's not.
You look like Woogie from Something About Mary.
Well, it's
you ever had a white head on your eyeball?
And by the way, bottom of my feet itch. Anyway, you guys have a great time.
shit.
I'm sure that's normal, right? That's normal.
Brian has bird flu.
I got bird flu, and I've got sores that don't heal on my legs.
Bro,
What?
you're like a little kid in Africa with all these weird marks all over your body.
Yeah, I'm not attractive.
Hey, guess what? You're in America. You're in LA. We can take you to a doctor, get this sorted out.
When I roll,
What-
people are going to clear the mat.
you know what? You spend all your money on wine. You don't have money for the doctor now, insurance, do you?
I don't. I need money.
See, I got money for it because I brought Sweet Red to the party.
Oh,
and
God.
I got you covered.
So smart. You got me covered.
You know what? You know what might help if we rub Sweet Red all over your legs. Let's rub some of that barefoot Sweet Red
Dude,
all over
I
your
go to the
legs.
doctor. I go, what do I do this? She goes, well, there's creams. I go, does that help? She goes, not really. Oh, thanks a lot, doctor. No help.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just red.
So you have bird flu on your legs.
Oh, yeah, and on my face.
You know what I want for 2000?
If you look closely.
You know what I want for 2014? You not to have spots all over your body.
disgusting.
What am I looking forward to 2014? Brian coming in studio without any spots all over his
I'm going
body.
to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you.
I'm not touching you, man.
I got some issues. I mean, I'm sure it's something serious. So I probably won't be here in 2014.
It's mad cow disease. We're taking applications now because Brian's going to die any second.
Yeah.
So if you're the kid, you're 46 and you're uber funny and you look damn good,
Yeah.
and you don't have spots, why are you scratching your legs right now?
I'm scratching the bottom of my
He's
feet.
scratching his legs
I'm literally
right now.
When the bottom of your feet itch, you know you got an issue. That can't be good. It can't.
Let me see.
Like
let me
what?
see the bottom of your foot.
Here.
Let me see the bottom of your
Hold on.
foot.
Let's see what
This
happens.
podcast has gotten so weird. Oh shit! Brian.
I mean, those are the same spots on my leg. Help me!
Brian,
Somebody help.
Brian took
Shit, my feet itch.
Brian took his shoe off
I have
and his sock off, and he has dots all over the bottom of his feet.
Yeah, I'm sure it's normal. That's normal. Hey, anybody want to roll with me?
Hey, you son of a bitch. Don't step foot in my boxing gym barefoot on those mats.
Who wants to roll with Brian? Not me. Henry has to have a talk with me. Hey, Brian, come over here. You can't roll here. Not with those spots. It's disgusting. You're actually causing... Bro, I can stop people from coming. I'm not coming to the gym when Brian yells at me.
You showed me your spots before. That was 2 weeks ago. It's really escalated. You look like a giraffe, man. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm obviously out of show business and definitely not going to roll with anybody because I'm contagious.
Oh my word, that is great. This is the fighter and the kid, the last one of 2013. I'm going to say something super lame. See everyone next year.
Oh, there it is. Bye-bye.